Good evening and welcome. Would you please join me in welcoming the Reverend Aaron Beller, the University Chaplain and Instructor, to the podium to deliver the invocation. Reverend Beller.
What a wonderful looking group this evening. Would you do me the honor of allowing me to give our invocation? May we pray. Gracious God, Almighty and everlasting Father, you have brought us in truth to this moment. As we open these ceremonies, diligence. And we give thanks for your presence and purpose for us all. In your most holy name I pray, and amen. Thank you.
Please be seated. I declare the 2026 hooding and graduate commencement exercises of Cumberland University open in the completion of our 184th year. If you're a veteran of any of our United States Armed Forces and are graduating tonight, would you please rise? Would you join me in thanking them for their service? Now I'll ask any other veterans who are in our audience to please stand. And we thank you for your service and your sacrifices on behalf of our nation. Now I will ask you to please stand and face the flag as the Cumberland Chorale and University Singers, under the direction of Mrs. Mary Bond, our instructor of music, performs our national anthem. Ms. Bond.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ms. Bond, and thank you, singers. Please be seated. It is now my distinct honor and pleasure to present the 26th President of Cumberland University, Dr. Paul C. Stum. President Stum.
Thank you, Dr. McKee, and welcome all. I think perhaps some of you noticed during the national anthem, as you looked at that beautiful flag, that there's something unusual about that flag. Did anybody notice that? The stars don't look quite right, do they? You may be aware that there are only 26 stars on that flag because when this great university was founded in 1842, there were only 26 stars on the United States flag. And that's a perfectly appropriate flag to fly at any point today or at any other time in our history. I want to wish good evening to all the graduates in particular, but also all honored guests. We're here tonight to recognize and honor and celebrate the accomplishments of you graduates. I'm proud of each one of you who will receive a degree tonight and confident that you will leave here armed with this new credential that will allow you to make an important impact on the world. As we begin our ceremony, I want to recognize our mace bearer. The mace and the mace bearer are special symbols of tradition at universities, and today we honor two very special members of the Cumberland University family by having them serve in this capacity. This year, we honor Joe and Kathy Adams. Joe and Kathy Gibson Adams are lifetime residents of Lebanon, Tennessee. Joe recently retired after a 35-year career in the insurance industry and now focuses on family real estate development and management, contributing to the continued growth and vitality of our great community. He has admirably served on the Board of Trust of Cumberland since 2004, 22 years Board Secretary, and he currently serves as Chair of the Finance and Investment Committee, continuing a proud tradition of legacy with this university that spans 4 generations and now more than 100 years of service. Kathy Adams has been actively engaged in the Lebanon community for many years as well. She's played an important role in helping to organize historic Lebanon and serve the City Planning Commission, contributing to thoughtful community development and preservation efforts. She's also a longtime member of the Year-Round Garden Club. Joe and Kathy are active members of the Lebanon First Presbyterian Church. In 2025, Joe and Kathy, along with other members of their family, established the Adams Family Endowed Academic Area Leadership in Education within the university's Oakley School. And this is the first endowed academic area lead in the university's 184-year history. This position supports faculty leadership, curriculum innovation, and student success, reflecting their deep belief in the transformative power of education and their enduring commitment to Cumberland University's mission. The Adams family multi-generation connection to the university reflects a long parents of 2 children, Will Adams of Nashville and Amy Harpalani of San Francisco, both of whom are married, and they have 4 grandchildren. Joe is a graduate of Center College, and Kathy's a graduate of the University of Tennessee, a shared foundation that has shaped their enduring commitment to family, community, and education. Please help me in thanking today's mace bearers, Joe and Kathy Adams. I'm now pleased to introduce the rest of the platform party and special guests, as I call their names. I'd like to ask each to stand and remain standing so that we might recognize them all as a group. First, representing the Cumberland University Board of Ms. Jessica Fain, Ms. Kelly, the Vice Chairman of our board, and Mr. Mark Riggins. Joining them are State Representative Clark Boyd, State Senator Mark Pody, and Mayor Rick Bell. Also on the stage tonight are Vice Presidents of Cumberland University, Dr. Bill McKee, our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, who welcomed us earlier, Dr. Associate Provost and General Counsel, Mr. Ron Pavin, Vice President for Athletics and Facilities, Mr. Dave Runyon, Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Reggie Blair, Vice President for Enrollment Services, and our 3 academic deans, Dean Jason Grindstaff, who's Dean of the Rudy School of Nursing and Health Professions, Dean Jenny Mason, who's Dean of the Oakley School of Humanities, Education, and the Arts, and Dean Jim Schulman, who is Dean of the Labrie School of Science, Technology, and Business. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Aaron Beller, our university chaplain, from whom we heard a moment ago, Ms. Tammy Pavin, the university registrar, Mr. Pat Lawson, president of the Cumberland Alumni Association, from whom we'll hear shortly, and Dr. Fred Hefner, professor of anthropology, philosophy, and religion, and the Virginia and Guy Thaxton Professor of Liberal Arts. Also, Dr. Sheridan Henson, executive director for academic support. And if I didn't forget anybody, then I will ask you all to please recognize them as a group. You all may be seated. And now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce you and ask to come to the podium the Vice Chairman of our board, Mr. Mike Moscardelli. Vice Chairman Moscardelli has served with distinction on our board in many capacities since he joined the board 7 years ago in 2019, carrying on the legacy of his father, Fran Moscardelli, who served also on our board for many years. Please welcome Vice Chairman Moscardelli.
Good evening, the class of 26 on behalf of the Board of Trust. Tonight, we celebrate your hard work, your perseverance, and your commitment to reaching this moment. You've earned it. I also want to recognize the family members, friends, and mentors who have supported you along the way. Your encouragement and belief have played an important role in bringing these graduates to this stage. We're grateful that you're here to share in this achievement. While this ceremony marks the close of your time on campus, it is not the end of your connection to Cumberland. You are, and always will be, a part of the Cumberland family, a community that will continue to support you, encourage you, and celebrate your successes. Our hope is that you carry the spirit of Cumberland with you wherever you go, and that in doing so, you leave a meaningful mark on the world, just as you have here at Cumberland. Congratulations, class of 26, and go Phoenix. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Pat Lawson, President of the Cumberland University Alumni Association.
Good evening, graduates, faculty, families, friends, and our honored guests. It's an incredible honor to stand before you today as the President of the Cumberland University Alumni Association. And on behalf of our entire alumni family, congratulations to you, the class of 2026. Today marks the culmination of your hard work, your resilience, and your passion. It marks the beginning of something just as exciting, your journey beyond the shadows of our beloved Memorial Hall. Cumberland is a place steeped in tradition, legacy, and leadership. Since its founding in 1842, our university has watched thousands of students walk this historic campus, grow into their potential, and go on to make a difference in the world. As you walk across this stage, you don't just leave with an advanced degree, you leave with community, joining a network of alumni who have gone before you, men and women who are educators, entrepreneurs, artists, public servants, nurses, scientists, and leaders in every field imaginable. We are powerful, we are passionate, and we are a proud family. And starting today, you are one of us. I want to leave 3 quick reminders. First, your Cumberland experience doesn't end here. The relationships, your friendships, the lessons, the mentors that have already been mentioned, those will always remain with you. Stay connected, come back to campus, and share your journey with future generations. Secondly, do not underestimate your impact. Whether you stay local or you travel the world, your commitment reflect the true heart of our university. And thirdly, give back when you can, whether through your time, through your talent, or through your support. Each generation of Cumberland alumni stands on the shoulders of those who came before, and your engagement helps pave the way for those who will come after. Just a few short years ago, in the fall of 2020, we started the 1842 Society. Contributions to the Society go towards the Pay It Forward scholarship that is presented to us to help cover their books and fees. I'm sure all of you can appreciate a little help in our 1842 Society. And if you are a member of that giving society, or you're about to become a member of that giving society, which all of you are, I would please ask you to stand and be recognized. So stand and be recognized. You're about to become a member of our Alumni 1842 Society. During our ceremony this evening, in just a few minutes from now, you will see graduates give a coin to the university. These coins are sponsored by our partners, Cedar Stone Bank, which is now First Financial Bank, and Wilson Bank and Trust. Dropping the dollar coins into the coffer signifies your graduate's first official gift as an alumnus, and with its impact on the Pay It Forward scholarship, they signify the importance of supporting one another and our strong university. As many of you may know, over 98% of Cumberland students receive some type of financial assistance. And we as alumnus are thrilled to continue this tradition that allows each new alum to make their first gift to support their alma mater. Now, I'll close by saying this to the class of 2026. We are so very proud of you. We celebrate you and we welcome you into the Cumberland University Alumni Association with open arms. Go forth boldly, go forth with purpose and intentionality, and always remember you are forever Cumberland. Congratulations.
I now have the privilege of presenting a new award to a very special member of the Cumberland family. And I'd like to ask to help me present this award, Dr. Sandy Smith, to come forward and join me on the podium. Dr. Smith is Associate Professor of Special Education and also the Adams Family Endowed Academic Area Leader for Education. This award honors a student who has risen above significant challenges with resilience, like the phoenix, and has an unwavering commitment to earning their degree. The recipient of this award exemplifies the grit and perseverance it takes to not only succeed academically, but also the dedication and strength of character essential to succeeding in their future profession. Their journey reflects the spirit of overcoming adversity and a steadfast determination to make a meaningful impact on the world. This year we recognize, and I'll ask her to come forward as I tell you a little bit about her story, Miss Denise Nicole Edwards. About 6 months ago, on Thanksgiving weekend in 2025, Denise, her husband Dennis, and their 2 sons, Lincoln and Raymond, and her 4 nieces were in the midst of their annual tradition of shopping and looking at Christmas lights when their vehicle was struck suddenly by a car traveling north of 100 miles per hour and out of control. Rescuers were able to get to Denise and her family and get them out of their car and provide immediate medical attention. Some, surprisingly, received only minor injuries, but others had much more serious injuries. After various surgeries and difficult recoveries, the family continues to heal while managing family responsibilities, and for Denise and her children, also continued focus on their studies. Tonight, we're delighted that Denise is here and graduating with her Master of Arts in Teaching degree, by the way, which she earned with a perfect 4.0 GPA. She's a member of Alpha Chi and is a kindergarten teacher at Friendship Christian School here in Lebanon. Denise, we're proud to recognize your accomplishment in the face of adversity with the Resurgam Award. Congratulations.
Please welcome Dr. Jenny Mason to the podium, who will share information about the occasion. Dr. Mason.
Hey guys, welcome to the 2026 Hooding and Commencement Ceremony. This is truly a momentous occasion, as we are now, and you will forever be known as an elite scholar. You've learned, worked, and researched at a level that few dare to receive. In fact, even many of who do actually dare to try to do this cannot, in fact, accomplish it in the end. But you did. Just to highlight how special this accomplishment is, let me share some numbers with you. I'm a stats girl. Fewer than 25% of all Americans have earned a bachelor's degree. So academically, you have already surpassed the vast majority of U.S. citizens before you even started this incredible graduate school journey. Graduate school, fewer than 13% of Americans achieve that lofty goal. This is why I say it's a truly momentous occasion, and that you are now among the most elite scholars in the country. You understand what it means to persevere, to display integrity and a strong work ethic, to value knowledge and advanced skills within your field. You are willing to go above and beyond in order to be the best. And while I'm truly proud of this impressive accomplishment, and I suspect so are all the people that are here to support you today, I'd like to ask that you look at your degree in a slightly different way. Yeah, I hope you will use it to advance yourself, get a great job, and feel really proud of yourself. We want that. But I also hope that you use this degree to care for others. Whether that means providing lifelong financial security for your own family, advancing your field in some new and important way, or just serving others when you know they really need lifting. The academic elite can offer the world an elite level of influence and service because you've already proven that you can do more. That also means that you can do more for others. We look forward to seeing what you can do with this hard-earned degree and just how exactly you're going to impact your own world. After all, again, you're already momentous yourselves. I'd like to invite Provost McKee to the podium now to explain the meaning of the academic symbols. Are you okay? I will talk fast.
Thank you, Dean Mason. I'm not sure what you were saying up here at the last, but that's okay. I want to talk a little bit about why we dress up for commencement. Do you understand that the symbolism of what the faculty and the administration are wearing tonight, what you're wearing tonight, and what you will receive tonight, which will be an additional thing to wear? Now let's think about a long time ago, because academic dress began at Cambridge and Harvard universities in the United Kingdom. The year was 1096, when English-speaking higher education institutions were founded. The academic costume that we wear today was worn then by monks, other clerics, and prefects of studies, which is what faculty people were called in those days. I'm glad I'm a faculty member and not a prefect of studies. That just doesn't sound good to me. The robe that you're wearing was originally worn for warmth, because the classrooms of that day either had no heat or were heated by fireplaces, and the heat went up the chimney. So I'm going to ask Mr. Richardson and Dr. Grindstaff to join me, because they're going to model for you. Because this is important for visual learners. So why don't you stand right over here? The gowns that are worn by master students are different than the gowns worn by bachelor's graduates and doctoral students, because they have little appendages on the sleeves. Now, Rusty, would you show us the appendages? Now, they were the first lunch boxes for students. Because in one of those appendages, they carried bread. And in the other appendages, they carried wine to make the bread go down easier. Now, we didn't tell you this before you came tonight because I was afraid some of you would practice bringing the wine but not the bread. Another story about the appendages has to do with rich people, the gentry, dropping coins in the sleeves of poor students. Now, maybe that was the first issue of philanthropy in higher education. Now, I'm going to let you think about which of those stories you believe. Do you believe in the bread and the wine? Do you believe in the coins in the sleeves? Or you may believe neither one, and that would be okay too. Now, turn around, gentlemen. We're going to talk about the hood that you will shortly receive. There's a hood for baccalaureates, there's a hood for masters, and there's a hood for doctors. Now, the baccalaureate hood is 2 feet, the master's hood is 3 feet, and the doctoral hood is 5 feet. So you can see, if you're not so far back you can't see, you can see the difference. Master's hood, doctoral hood. In 1894, American scholars assembled at Columbia University in New York, and they established the protocols for academic regalia in the United States. Now, there are 3 things that I'm going to know about anybody I see in a hood. The first thing that I know is the hood will tell me what is the highest degree that they've earned. The second thing, it will tell me the degree awarded. Now, gentlemen, will you turn around? The throat pieces indicate the major that you are going to receive. For example, gold is public service, blue is for education, drab is for business, apricot is for nursing, old gold is for psychology and information technology, and orange is for engineering. So you can tell tonight when you see the faculty or when you get your own hood what your degree is. And the third thing is you can tell the institution that awarded your degree. So gentlemen, you can turn around again. Each institution has a distinctive hood. Many of those are the intellectual property of the institution. Mr. Richardson is a Cumberland graduate. The school colors here are maroon and white. So you see maroon and white on the back of his hood. Dr. Grindstaff is a graduate of the University of Tennessee, and it will come as no surprise to any of you that their colors are orange and white. And you will see that in his hood. Now, when you see your faculty members tonight, Dr. Bouchard is a Georgia graduate. Her hood's going to have a little red in it. You know, if you look at Dr. Let me just name somebody else. Dr. Henson. His school color is, he graduated from Trevecca, and you're going to see the Trevecca colors in his. So I want you to understand tonight that your hood will indicate where you got your degree. So when you wear it for pride and wear it for Cumberland. So I hope that knowing those few things will make the hooding service even more meaningful to you. It's not just that you're going to earn a degree and be awarded that degree tonight, but there's some specialty things about the hood that identifies you as a Cumberland degree holder. And let's give the models a round of applause. The mace which you saw Mr. Adams carrying in tonight also is an important part of the ceremony because it cost a lot of money in those days and in these days to go to school. And so, in theory, the opportunity of going to school. And robbers knew that. And robbers would prey upon the students as they walked from home to school. And parents hired mace bearers to protect the students from the robbers. And so they were like bodyguards for students in those days. Now traditions change. And today, that tradition of the bodyguard mace bearer has become the tradition of honoring people who have made significant contributions to the university. And President Stum shared the significant contributions of the Alumni in the ceremony. So did you learn something tonight? That's pretty weak for Cumberland graduates. Did you learn something tonight? Now that's better. And I want you to understand that it's important because we want you to be proud of your degree, and this is a part of accepting that pride. So now I would like Dr. Grindstaff to return to the podium to introduce the speaker. Dr. Grindstaff.
Well, hello. It's my privilege to introduce our speaker for this evening. A native of Nashville, Tennessee, Dr. Paul C. Stum was named president of Cumberland University on August 26, 2015. He has served Cumberland University since 2003 when he became an adjunct professor, a capacity in which he served for 2 years before being named dean of the Labrie School of Science, Technology, and Business. During his tenure as president, Cumberland has seen record enrollment growth, record fundraising, and developed a strategic plan that respects the university's rich 184-year history, while positioning the institution for academic distinction and excellence in the current landscape of higher education. Dr. Stum is married to Dr. Christy Stum, a CU alum and current adjunct faculty member, who now owns and operates the University Health Clinic and Stum Healthcare Professionals, a primary care clinic here in Lebanon, Tennessee. Together, they have 4 grown grandchildren and 8 grandchildren. Please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Paul C. Stum. Oh, you're good. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Grindstaff. It is my privilege to be back with you to serve as the brief keynote speaker tonight. And for those of you in the audience that have been to this ceremony in the past, you may know that I have actually been given the commencement address at our graduate commencement ceremony ever since we started this, since its inception about 10 years ago. And I have a great story, at least in my mind, it's a great story that I tell every year as a part of this commencement ceremony. It's a story about Lieutenant Charles Plum. Charles Plum was a Navy pilot that got shot down over Vietnam, and I talk with enthusiasm about what happened to him, and it really is, in my mind at least, a great story. But I love that story, but the truth is, I love my wife more. And she told me recently at home, she said, Paul, you're not going to tell that same tired old story again, are you? And I said, well, honey, everybody loves that story. And she said, well, no, please don't tell that story. I said, well, honey, I said, most of the people in the audience have not heard that story. It will be new for them. She said, yeah, but the faculty and the staff and the trustees, your boss and others, and me, I've heard this story so many times. She said, you've got to come up with something different. So I did. And the good news, well, the bad news is you have to hear from me again, faculty and staff, the keynote for this ceremony. But the good news is that I'm going to be brief, and I want to share another different story with you tonight. But it's a story that's not only a true story, but one that I believe is very for this occasion. And this is a story about Ethan. About 2 years ago, it was about this time of year actually, I had the privilege of visiting Cambodia, Phnom Penh to be precise, the capital city of Cambodia. By a show of hands, how many of you have been to Cambodia? Oh. I want about it then because nobody will be able to refute me, but I did visit Phnom Penh, and I was there speaking at a conference with a college. It was a 3-day conference, and we were speaking to a group of educators from around the world, well, really from around that part of Southeast Asia. And we spoke on a Tuesday. We flew in on a Monday night. We spoke on a Tuesday and then again on Wednesday. And on Wednesday night, we had the night off with nothing to do. And so my colleague, Jeffrey, and I walked down by the Mekong River, which winds its way through the capital city of Cambodia. And we stopped at a little outdoor cafe to eat dinner. And we sat down at a little table right by the river, actually right across the street from the river at this restaurant, outdoor. And we got a little table for two. We were sitting directly across from one another. And on either side of us were other 2-person tables, 6 or 8 of them as I recall. Well, I'd been there for 2 days, and candidly, I speak almost none. I learned a few words of the Khmer language, but I don't speak the Khmer language. And for about 2 days, I'd had an interpreter, not a sign, to translate what I was saying into the Khmer language. And I had understood very little of the native communications. But at the table immediately adjacent to us on my left, I could put out my arm and touch the person that sat down beside me, was a young couple. And sitting across from me was a young man. He looked to be very traditional Cambodian, just like everybody I had seen for the last 2 days. And across from him was a very attractive young lady who looked to be more Polynesian. Exactly Cambodian, but she could have been. And I expected to not be able to understand a word they said. But when they started talking, they began speaking in perfect English. And so I was, in fact, better English than mine. It was amazing. And so I, of course, asked the young man sitting diagonally across from me, I said, excuse me, sir, I'm not trying to listen in on your conversation, but I couldn't help but hear that you're speaking English. I said, what's your name and where are you from? He said, well, my name is Ethan. He said, and I'm from here. He said, I was born here in Cambodia. He said, in fact, I was born about 50 kilometers from here at a small town outside of the capital city. And I said, well, excuse me for saying this, but your English is just darn near perfect. I said, how did you learn English and where did you, how did you do that from growing up here? He said, well, I didn't actually grow up here. He said, I was born here, but before I was a year old, my parents had some financial hardships and they gave me up for adoption. He said, I actually was adopted. I attended high school there and then went on to the University of California, Santa Barbara, UCSB. And then I went to grad school in Chicago, and now I live and work in New York City, and I work for the Hilton Hotel Group. And he introduced me to the young lady sitting across from him as his fiancée. Her name was Sylvia. They both appeared to be kind of in their late 20s, early 30s. But I said, well, that's fantastic. I said, but why are you here now? And he said to me, I'll never forget this. He said, well, about 2 years ago, I asked my parents, the people who raised me, for their permission to find my biological parents. I wanted to meet, if I could, I wanted to find and meet my biological parents. I didn't know who they were, and I had never met them. I wanted to see, for example, if I had any health issues in the family lineage that I should be aware of, that I needed to know about. And they gave me their permission. And I hired a firm, and about 6 months ago, this firm found for me my father. Turns out my mother is deceased, but they found my father, and he said, just this afternoon, about 3 hours ago, I met for the first time my biological father. And I said, Ethan, tell me about that experience. How was that? That had to be difficult, and I want to understand. Tell me about meeting your father for the first time in your 29, 30 years. He said, well, it was difficult. He said, the first thing is, even though it's only about 50 kilometers from here, the roads here in Cambodia, as you may or may not have already discovered, are pretty difficult. And we had to go across these difficult roads on a four-wheeler, and it took about 3 hours to get there. He said the second challenge was that, he said, I, like you, don't speak the Khmer language. I speak English, and my father doesn't speak any English, so I had to hire an interpreter. And the interpreter went with me and helped me communicate with my father. He said, but we had a good conversation, and I really enjoyed it, and I got to know and see for the first time my father. But what was even more moving and more important for me was, and he pulled out his phone, and he showed me a picture on his phone of two young men that looked to me to be identical to him. I mean, they looked like they could have been his twin brothers. And as it turned out, they were his twin brothers, twins, but about a year younger than he. These two boys were biologically identical to him, but their lives were very different. He told me that his father worked in a sort of low-level government position in this small town outside of Phnom Penh. His two brothers work every day in the rice paddies of Cambodia. They toil in the rice paddies every day. They're illiterate. And he said, I tried to tell them about my life and my job working for the Hilton Hotel Group. He said they had heard of New York City. They weren't familiar at all with Santa Barbara, California, had never heard of it. He said, I told them I flew in by plane. They had seen airplanes in the sky, but they had never ridden on an airplane and probably never will ride on an airplane. He said to me that biologically, these two boys are parents, a year apart in our age, but their lives are so different because of two things. One, the parents who loved me and raised me, and two, the education that I was given in the United States. You know, our mission here at Cumberland University is to transform lives through the power of education. And just like it was for Ethan, education can and should be changing for each one of you. So I implore you to take advantage of this education which you have now received. Don't waste it. There are many others, and maybe even some of your own siblings, who've either not had the opportunity or perhaps not chosen to invest the time, money, and effort that you have to acquire the education that you have now earned. In closing, I want to share with you one final thought, and this is one that I've shared with some of you in the past, but it's a thought that my maternal grandmother shared with me. My maternal grandmother was born in 1905, and she died in 2006 at age 101. And I got the privilege of knowing her for a long time. And she shared with me many valuable thoughts, but one that stuck with me the most was, she said, Paul, she said, there are four things that you can do with your hands. Four things you can do with your hands. She said, you can wring them in despair, you can clench them in anger, you can fold them in idleness, or you can extend them to help others. And much like Dean Mason said just a few minutes ago, I encourage you to choose that last option and extend your hands to help others. I congratulate each one of you for reaching this important milestone. I thank and commend each one of you for choosing to study and earn your degree at Cumberland University. I implore each one of you to make the most of the life-changing education with which you are now armed. And I encourage each one of you to extend your hands to help others at every opportunity you get. Thank you.
It is now time for the most joyous of duties that the faculty and the Board of Trustees are called upon to fulfill, the conferring of degrees. Will the candidates for the master's degree please stand? That's you all, the ones that are going to graduate. You're not listening to me. Mr. President, the individuals standing before you have fulfilled all the requirements for the master's degree as prescribed by the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Cumberland University. I am pleased as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs to present these candidates to you for their degrees. Mr. President.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Tennessee and the Board of Trust of Cumberland University, I hereby confer upon each one of you the degree which you have earned, with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. You may be seated. Mr. Rusty Richardson, who was our model a few minutes ago, class of 2015 and 2019, and our Executive Director of Community Relations and External Affairs, will be joined by Miss Jenny Ballard, Assistant Professor of Musical Theater and Production Director, and they will also be assisted by two students tonight, Swati Bhutta and Ashita Vemuri. These folks will read the names of the graduates as they cross the stage. Dean Grindstaff.
Good save. Will the graduates with master's degrees from the Rudy School of Nursing and Health Professions please rise and come forward when your names are called?
Garrett Ryan Todd. Catherine Arch. Katie Killen. Ty Martin Miles. Darius Beguinon. Ethan Scott Baird. Vabov Bisht. Hope Marie Britt. Boston Follis. Brody Ray Johnson. Hazel Ray Conkle. Aiden Lee Massengill. DeAndre Caldwell. Sydney Nicole Herman. Sydney Pierce. Joseph Preston Moore. Aaron Ostrander. Carson Andrew Posh. Jamaria Rutherford. Naomi Wiersma. Carol Ann Clanton. Starlet Charmaine Cole. Anitris L. Hill Young. Hallie Pavin. Armando Cochise Rodriguez. Briley Elizabeth Yarbrough. Adam Ammons. Cecilia Francis Amuberry.
Will the graduates with master's degrees in the Oakley School of Humanities, Education, and the Arts please rise and come forward when your name is called?
For the Master of Arts in Education, Lindsay Ann Angel Hackett. Cameron McClellan Brown. Kara A. Rowland. Houston Ray Stafford. Bailey May Cuttrell. Raven Risa Walker. And then the Master of Arts in Teaching, Chance. Jacob Randall Hood. Chelsea Ray Huff. Amanda Gerald Martell. Christopher Trevor Napier. Catherine B. Phillips. Jennifer Lee Allman. Evan Bryce Clemens. Denise Nicole Edwards. David Nelson Griffin. Jarrell Allen Jackson. Brandy Lynn McKinney. Maggie Lee Mosley. Shelby Lynn Summer. I did. Rachel Robin Whited. Maggie Snyder Davidson. Hannah L. Studluck. For a Master of Science degree, Jalen Brown. Madison Howderschelt. Got a little head there. Tara Mitchell Milnick. Alexandria Troll. And now for the Master of Public Service Management. Please, Zachary M. Plise. Gamaliel Ortez Soto. Echo Johnson. Jessica Virginia Ware. Daniel J. Brown. Karen Janelle Clopton. Danielle Nicole Godden. Cassandra Forret. Haley Hogan. Christopher Michael Holden. Jalen Brown. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, brother. I'm looking for you. Jaden Job, I'm sorry. Keith Scott McNamara. Bewa Mustafa. Brenda Navarro. Virginia S. Robbins. Nicole Olivia Rose. Carter Rost. Catherine Ann Simone. Harris Morris Smith III. Nathan Thomas. Alexandra Nicole Thompson. Wei-Ling Wang. Laura Lynn Williams. Misty Maria Stevenson.
And now for Labrie. Will the graduates with master's degrees in the Labrie School of Science, Technology, and Business please rise and come forward when your name is called?
We're doing engineering management, right? Masters of Business Administration. Caroline O'Brien. Fifalua Opwemipo Awadeli. Isla Brown. Francesco Corradini. Kayla Gordon. Vincent Goey. Libby Blair Knight. Dalton Canola. Madison Eileen Koenig. Christopher Lee Martin. Noah Bailey Owsley. Carter Davis Pruitt. Christopher E. Shaputis. Sammy Lee Simpson. Dan Slapnick Trost. William Spence. Marquita Crawford. Madison Ryan Husted. Addison Grace Porter. Sydney E. Schwally. Giselle Marie Kiel Descott. Arsheen Schroff. Taylor Nicole Watkins.
Master of Science, Engineering Management, Ricky Kanubai Patel. Niharika Vedre. Samuel Joy Tandeka. Muhammad Arsalam. Dilip Chen. Sai Sri Prajwal. Nagapavan Kalyan Lingineni. Taylor Michael Madsen. Gaus Mainuddin Mohammed. Richard E. Solbrig. Mehbin Islam. Idris Siddiqui. Shoaib Mustafa Khan. Mir Basit Ali. Brijraj Patak. Sai Kumar Rongali. Kiser Siddiq Sheikh. Mingma Tendu Sherpa. Manohar Batula. Anish Bhatta. Shambhu Chambani. Vinicius Uri Ferroli Di Castro. Ahmad Fauzan. Iftiam Pasha. J.V. Robinson. Nagasaidulu Gudapati. Muhammad Faizan Khan. Rizwan Mohammad. Tanvir Hussain Mohammad. Abdul Aziz Harun. Mahmud Ahmad Khan. Amizuddin Mohammad Khazi. Mustafa Mohammad. Sumair Syed. Arif Hussain Mohammad. Faisal Ahmad Mohammad. Mohammad Mohid Ali Siddiq. Ashutosh Madhviben Jigar Kumar Nayak. Abdul Khalik Mohammad. Mujaykir Mohammad. Khalid Mohammad. Jagadish Curry. Syed Mohsin Hussain. Victor Guzman III. Nikita Gopal Gunturu. Tarun Kumar Gudivaka. Shibin George Philip. Krishna. Muhammad Wasim. Mohammad Saif Uddin. Sheikh Mohammad Taimuddin. Pallavi Pramod Rajpur. Shrihita Manapalli. Lalitanjali Punagani.
Technology Management, Anthony Isa. Khalid Saifullah. Ibrahim Muhammad. Asif Muhammad. Manideep Chanda. Sumant Kokiragadda. Chandu Manohar Chukka. Sabina Deepika Giri. Chinmay Swarup Gottapu. Javed Hussain. Venkata Prasad Tippasamudram. Mahendra Reddy Chintalapalli. Varsha Chowdhury. Priyanka Nalla. Devi Priya Sugrivagari. Sai Srujan Sambaraju. Bikram Malla. Rishita Mandla. Muskan Mansur Ali Vasaya. Swati Bhatta. Kirtana Satish Kumar. Neha Cherukuri. Tejashwini Pulipati. Cheniyamit Chet. Wahid Zamin Raj. Rahima Binta Belal. Ridoy. Rakesh Penta. Gunashekar Alluri. Nikhil Baradi. Abe Tiwodros Tilahun. Harish Yenni Redla. Govardhan Ratnapur. Nandishwar Tamada. Mamta. Naga Manikanta Kartikeyan Posani. Birakayala Rohit Kumar. Lakshmi Durga Pupala. Wendmagen Berahu Kebede. Gonzalez Isabel. Inigo Gonzalez Zabala.
Ishan Saratia. Prashant Danta. Sai Teja Chirumamilla. Chendu Polasi. Sabira Saba Khatun. Muhammad Joshua Randall Cheshang. Longes Ernest Aubert. Anvesh Nanam. I know this. Omar Farik Ali Mohammad. Ibrahim Mohammad. Muhammad Abrar Ajmeri. Shoaib Jumair. Jean Franco Nicolas Gerete Gonzalez. Bibi Yana. Shamala Venkata Padmavati Viyapu. Abdul Kazim Mohammad. Hassan Sheikh. Vinay Verma Rekadi. Abdul Aziz Syed. Naga Venkata Shiva Sai Chintalapudi. Muhammad Mustafa Kamal. Saif Hussain Faisal. Syed Hussain. Sadaf Fatima. Sakina Bokati. Ahmad Farhan. Modupe Asama. Irfan Ketani Aman. Sai Prasanna Vamsi Perni. Jishan Ahmad. Sheikh Amir. Akshita Vemuri. Pratik Bharatbhai Patel. Shruti Prudvi Parsurampuram. Manisha Vegyarapu. Bhavya Pentyala. Avinash Tatikonda. Ali Mohammad Musharraf. Mohammad Salim. Abid Mohammad. Nagavamshi Tumma. Pabbala Shivakumar. Mohammad Abdul Kudus. Mohammad Wajahat Ali Jafar. Mohammad Faisal Imam. Rosamond Riley.
During this ceremony tonight, we've paid tribute to the graduating class of 2026. Now it's time for the graduates to salute those who have helped them along the way. I would like to ask the faculty and staff who have supported these students during their tenure to please rise so the graduates might offer their thanks to you. And I'd now like to ask the families and loved ones of these graduates to please rise so that you too may receive the thanks you so richly deserve.
In just a moment, we will ask you to stand and join the Cumberland Chorale and University singers in the singing of the Alma Mater. You will find the words on the back of your program. Following the Alma Mater, Dr. Fred Hefner, professor of anthropology, philosophy, and religion, and the Virginia and Guy Thaxton professor of liberal arts will give the benediction. After the benediction, I will return briefly. The Alma Mater.
May we pray. We come in gratitude for this evening, O God, to celebrate with these graduate students and their families, their accomplishments, their perseverance, their commitment, their sacrifices in better preparing themselves to make contributions to the world. We've been enriched and encouraged through our association with them. We've grown together in learning and understanding. Give to each of these graduates and their families a sense of achievement and pride. And may our world be a better place for the time that we've spent together and for what they will do. Amen.
I officially declare the hooding and graduate commencement exercises of Cumberland University to be concluded. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be